You're coming too.
What started as a dream is now our reality. 6 years ago, we poured her ballast, raised every frame, cut every plank, and named her Rediviva. Ready for life back on the ocean, this year we're determined to set sail.
Would you look at that? I'd say that's the making of a fine cruising vessel.
We're Salt and Tar, and this is our life. We're happy to share, and thanks for joining us.
Alright. Soup or net dip? Main mast or mizzen mast? Yes. Look at that.
Oh, yeah.
Soup announcement.
Hoffa chose net dip and main mast, so I'll take soup and mizzen mast. We're continuing progress on blacking our rigging, protecting our galvanized wire, and hitting the ratlins too. First step, soup, which the main mast already has, then net dip, which is a synthetic coating commonly used on working boats.
Alright, Hoffa's already up the rigging, so I'm gonna shake up my soup and get started on the mizzen. I think I'll start port side because the last wood rung that Michael got on hasn't had any soup at all. So start there, get that guy protected for sure.
While we're caught in the rigging, Garrett's been down below working on the cabin sole hatches.
Going up there, boss.
Yeah, pretty soupy.
Nice.
Down the port side and up the starboard side.
Well, it's pretty hot, so I think we're gonna call it. But the mizzen up and down on the port and starboard side are soup, and Hoffa got basically halfway, I think it's almost exactly halfway on the port side doing the net dip, which is a huge help because it's kind of a pain. So my other battery died, but yeah, we're gonna call it a wrap for the day, and it's pretty hot, so we'll call that good. So Garrett decided to take a little break from the butterfly hatch today and actually worked on the hatches on the cabin sole. So he had mostly all of the planks cut, but he had a few that were like sort of in corners that needed to still be shaped. So he has all of those dry fit, so it's ready just to glue down, and then that'll be all of the floor, the cabin sole at this point. That'll all be done, so it'll be ready to be sanded, and then we haven't quite decided what we're going to seal it with, so that's yet to be determined. Michael's back on board with us today, and I'm gonna start where Hoffa left off the other day with the port side on the main and get the rest of that souped, and then hop on the mizzen shrouds with Michael, and I think we might be able to get it done today. The other day when I was doing the soup, it went so so quickly.
Yeah.
I was like, wow, I forget how much shorter it is.
Oh yeah, right.
And like just the lengths
like
of
now.
things, you know?
Yeah. I
Because
mean,
the width is tighter too.
yeah, it's so much smaller than the main.
I think I'm probably gonna butterfly hatch.
Alright.
Yeah. Probably. Might as well. I mean, it should take priority because it's a big hole in the
Yes.
boat.
Holes in the boat. Gotta watch out for those.
Opening it up this morning. Let's in so much light down below. And the plexiglass still even has the cover on it. He's got to route out the rabbit underneath here so this like fits perfectly flush on all sides. It's almost there. There's just like few tiny little changes. And then he's gonna locate some hinges. So this top part will come up from this like frame part this way. So we can either use a piano hinge, or we've got some old hinges if we can find them, and if they'll fit with the height that we've got here, they might be really cool to use. And then we'll measure for the gasket material and stuff, get that. But it'll probably be the routing and maybe the hinges today.
So you're going with you don't want me on, or do you want me on the leather? I'm assuming not on the leather, right?
Yeah, no, just right.
Leather and down.
Yep. What's that little, is that like to tighten it?
Let's just do that. And pop the pin out.
Oh, okay. I think the maybe longer, bigger hardware side on the taller part. Yeah,
Kind of what I'm leaning towards.
yeah.
Ah.
Because the pin being on the bottom, I think that looks nice.
Yeah. I like it.
What are you working on today, Jack? Is that more the sort of main vein system?
Yeah, running. Gonna have some wire that circumnavigates the boat. Just running it to all of these fuse panels.
Nice. So now it's like connecting the dots.
Exactly.
Now to get back out. Do the salamander.
Do the salamander.
Look at that.
Nice. It's good that I found loose fitting ones too. It'll be sitting on a gasket.
So the butterfly hatch is basically done, and if you've been following us, I have a promise to fulfill. It's August, and I said that we'd be leaving the dock. I just didn't specify which boat. This is Whisper, a flick of 20, and we're going to set sail today. This pocket cruiser is an adorable little package. Michael's been trying to get us sailing for far too long now. It's time to finally take him up on his offer. Whisper's in the Treasure Island Marina, smack dab in the middle of the San Francisco Bay. Still in the wind shadow of the island, but as we rounded the corner, we found the wind. The wind kept building, so we backwinded the jib and hove to, stalling the boat to tuck in a reef and reduce sail. You can tell Michael's done a lot of single-handing, because he threw Whisper into this position with ease, and she responded beautifully. Garrett could then put in the first reef. I could stare at this all day. And this. We can't wait to see Rediviva out here with full canvas, testing her sea legs and getting ours back. Our sails are still in progress, so it'll be a while yet before we're at this point, but getting out here on Whisper's a real treat. We are alive and well, and our time will come. Being on the water reminds us to live in the moment, let the stress go, and keep making headway. You can't control the world, just your attitude. We're positively moving forward and enjoying the ride.
Me and Ruthie down below here doing some more just cosmetic stuff. I'm doing some of the final finish sanding on the trim around the galley, and then kind of just doing a final light sand on everything so we can hopefully hit everything with oil. And then Ruth is up front just doing some final painting.
Finally getting around to painting those backing blocks.
So yeah, just doing some final painting. And hopefully we can get our whole bedroom set back up here. And hopefully we can get the galley put back together, get it ready to be actually usable as a galley for cooking, not as battery storage and tool storage. Yeah, almost there. I just need to do a couple little, I've just been kind of hitting all the corners and stuff where we had some just different thicknesses when I was rough fitting all the trim. So I'm just getting everything nice and even, and then I'll hit it with maybe some 120 and then call it good and oil it.
I got some more painting done, and then
Just get the fourth one out.
Yep.
Nice. Oh, and then there's two into the angled piece.
we found some new used hardware. The marina just had these laying around.
We had been debating about davits, so we found these really heavy duty ones, and so we're gonna see if they work. I think we agreed upon $175 for the pair, and they've got like these really heavy duty bronze bases.
These dinghy davits will also serve as our solar panel mounts.
And the other one, of course, will be here on this corner, and then some sort of frame work just over the top here, and then we can mount the panels. Probably build some sort of block thing.
Yeah, it'll be like a platform with a little angled bit on the back so we can bolt it through and then lag it in just like it was done before.
We have some options.
Or we can just mount it here.
Yeah, I thought about that too.
And we have some things to take into consideration.
We'll have to think about with the wind vane, because that height looks more correct, I guess.
We'll have a self-steering wind vane mounted here eventually, so this is a future project.
But yeah, we got some new jewelry for Rediviva, so those will be fun to clean up and get nice and keep brainstorming of exactly how we're gonna mount them. So the glass was
Oh yeah, it's kind of a tight fit. I'm probably gonna trim it a little bit more.
toe it off for some swelling.
Yeah, because the wood will swell, and also the plexi does move a little bit with temperature.
Garrett's going to put the first coat of teak oil on the butterfly hatch, and we've got the nice airflow now, so I'm going to be down below. I've got a couple things to touch up with second coats, And then, yeah, a little almond, a little bit of white in different places. We're actually out of boat soup. We need to make some more. So, which will actually give us an opportunity to make a more detailed video, because we've kind of been using the same gallon of boat soup for years now. So we've only had like adding to, but now we're totally out. Help again today, and thank you. That's the tiniest screwdriver. Bigger.
Stuff, getting the interior just, man, it's been a while since I talked on camera.
And that shouldn't take too quick, and Michael's basically shouldn't take too quick.
It sure shouldn't.
A long time.
It's gonna take a long time. Trying to clean, but my shirt's not much cleaner.